right, well, welcome everyone. It's Monday night and our course spotlight session is about to begin. I'm Kathy Lawson, Chief Knowledge Officer of the Great Discovery, and it's always my pleasure to facilitate these sessions because, hey, you know what? Knowledge is power. So the more we learn from our course creators, the more powerful we are. So we love these sessions, and tonight will be no exception. Let me read you Mila's wonderful biography here, and then we'll turn it over to her. So Mila Johansen is a writing, publishing, and public speaking coach and the best-selling author of 12 books, including the Cinderella Monologues and From Cowgirl to Congress. This is about her famous grandmother who taught public speaking to Eleanor Roosevelt and thousands of other women. Mila has developed the short book concept, giving people worldwide permission to write and publish their short book first. She is currently looking for women to tell their stories in her upcoming anthology, The Cinderella Monologues, 3rd edition. She is also the inventor of the modular book, creating up to 5 books from one book. She has helped 8 people publish their books in the last 6 weeks, and she loves to make this process easy and accessible, making their dreams come true. Tonight, Mila talks about her course called Tour of Publishing on Amazon. So it's all yours, Mila.
Well, hi, thank you so much. And I'm so excited to be part of this program and put my courses up here. I've been teaching for 30, 40 years offline. And when COVID hit, I had to reinvent myself and put myself online. I didn't even know what Zoom was. So all I did was take classes. That's what interests me. I have a lot of mentors and I mentor a lot of people. And like she said, I just helped 8 people publish their books in the last 6 weeks. And I like to make the process super fun, super easy, and it can be completely free. It is free to publish on Amazon, and it's good for you to have control of your own books. But I want to point out that that little poster that you made for me today is purple and gold, and this is Women's History Month, and my grandmother worked with Carrie Chapman Catt and Alice Paul, and she was the first woman lobbyist at the Capitol. And the colors for the movement were purple and gold. So I thought that was apropos and really fit in. And this is her book that I put together from her memoir, From Cowgirl to Congress. She came from a terrible childhood on a Colorado cattle ranch, but a teacher got her to Smith College, seeing how bright she was. She put together the Pulitzer School of Journalism, became the first woman lobbyist, and taught Eleanor Roosevelt and thousands of women to speak, even me. So I help other people with their speaking careers. I speak 1 to 4 times a week for the last 3 or 4 years since this book came out, all over the world. And everybody's looking for you to come and speak. And there's a secret about speaking I want to talk about before we go into the book. You don't need a book to start speaking because you already know your material. So I just want you to know that. And there's hundreds, thousands of podcasts looking for you already. So I take people through the entire process, from writing to publishing to advertising to speaking about it, which is a lot of fun. And everyone's a speaker, believe it or not. There's just a few tools you need for that also. So I want to let you know that I'm pretty prolific writer. Most of the books and plays back here are ones I've written. I have 12 bestsellers, and which is easy to do, much easier than you think. And my publishing schedule is going to surprise you because, you're going to hear from everyone. And this is all in my course, the Tour of Amazon Publishing, because Amazon gives us so many attributes and they're all for free. It's so amazing what they give us. They give us samples. They give us an author page. They let us put our bio and our picture up on our website. They give us a website. It's just amazing what they give you. You just want to find out what it all is. So what I want to encourage all of you to do is to join KDP today. KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing. And that is Amazon's publishing arm. And here's the secret to that. It's 2 different websites. Your Prime account is a different website from your KDP publishing account, but they are the same password. And when you get to audiobooks, which I'm just helping 6 people do their audiobooks right now for free, it's the same password. So that makes it easy. So if you already have a Prime account, you can join KDP with your same password. The only thing is they will be asking you for a debit card. They want to know where to put your money later. So join today. I had a mentor. I had been traditionally published with some of these books behind me for years and years. And this book, 101 Theater Games, was used in universities to teach teachers how to put a little bit of theater into every classroom. And so they, my mentor, who was helping me get on Amazon the first time after being traditionally published, told me 4 years ago, she said, join KDP even if you're not going to publish for a year, because then you can use all the attributes. And the greatest thing is they have a thing called KDP University. And in there, they have templates. So you can write straight into a template. I wrote this book in my class, Write Your Short Book in a Day, which is a fabulous class I've taught like 14 times. And people end up writing their short book or getting a good start on their longer book. And this book I put into a template just straight off right away from Amazon with page numbers already there, everything all set up for you. And they have tutorials, so you can start taking the tutorials and learn all the ins and outs of it. It's amazing. You could probably go on Amazon, take the tutorials, use the template, and go through the 3 pages of loading your book, which is very, very easy, and do it all yourself. A lot of people opt to work with me because I know all the ins and outs and the little secrets and tricks, but you could do it all on your own. So join KDP today. That's my first advice, homework for you to do. And then start using all the attributes. And so you see there's a front end of KDP and a back end, and that's what my course is about, showing you all the things you set up on the back end, just like a website. And then KDP gives you a website that has your picture, your bio, your book, a sample of people to read your book when it's an audio book, a sample of people being able to listen to your book. It's amazing what they offer us. I just can't sing their praises enough. And I love what they do for me. And it's very, very easy to get your book, it's a secret, a bestseller. And so here's my publishing schedule. First of all, I just want to say the shortest book you can put on Amazon with a spine, it's nice to have a little bit of a spine, is 36 pages. Anyone can write a 36 page about something they know and get it edited that week. You can write it in a day or two, get it edited and put it up in a week or two. Anybody can do this, and then you can use it as your flag. I wrote this book in the class. I couldn't stop at 36 pages. I made it 70, so you can see it's a small spine. I should have made it 73, because at 73 pages, you can put your name and the title of your book on the spine, because there's not room until that moment. So I took this book, and what I did was I gave it away when I speak at summits and podcasts, and I give it away every time I do a course. And this book, I garnered 5,000, 7,000 emails that I have now, a huge list just from people opting in to my CRM with this book. And actually I gave away the first 5,000 as PDFs, not even a published book on Amazon. Then I published it on Amazon. So there's a lot of ways for you to do that. You can make a flip book, which is exciting. You know, flip book goes like this and it goes whoosh, and they're kind of cool. And you can give those away. So you could do a 36 page book. Then the next size book that's really good to do is 73 pages, because with 73 pages, you can put your name on the spine. But most people are opting to do the comfortable 125, 135 page book. That is what most people are doing for business nonfiction books. And then we're not doing missionary anymore. So we're not doing 500 page books anymore unless you're doing sci-fi. So mainly a longer book might be 200 to 350 pages. That would be the long book. And then, so let's say that, and I've created this modular book idea because behind me are all my plays and musicals that I wrote years and years ago. And I realized I was running this huge theater company and a huge theater. And I realized that most teachers and theater companies didn't have time to rehearse the hour and a half, 2 hour play or musical. So I cut them down to medium and short. And they were just as good. And so what I'm doing, I'm going backwards with what I'm telling you to do. Write your 36-page book first, then fill it in, expand it to the 73-page book, and then expand it to the 125-page comfortable book. And then maybe you want to go on to the 200-page book, but you're using that initial 36-page book as an outline. And so now you have 4 books, because here's the secret to Amazon. Books beget books. It builds algorithms. There's other ways to do it too. Leave reviews, follow people, play the game. So you may, but I always kind of entice people to start with the 36-page book, because everyone says, well, I can write 36 pages, and you can cheat by double spacing between paragraphs. And then you can do 1.5 between sentences. And then you can fill in the back of the book. Like, I wanted 5 more pages on this book, so I filled it in with value, like writers' conferences and writers' terms, things of value. They have to have value. Don't just put things in to make your book longer. But there's a lot of tricks and wonderful, wonderful things that you can do to do your book. Now, let's say you don't want to do the whole process yourself. So what you can do is be in an anthology. This is one of mine, the Cinderella monologues, and I'm sure some of you are in anthologies. And a lot of you probably don't know that you can get your picture and bio up if you're in somebody else's anthology. I help people sneak into those all the time. And that's in a place called Author Central. And so you can be in a anthology, so you're instantly published. Another thing I teach for Dr. L, and all sorts of mentors have me come in and teach, is how to make books out of material already written. Okay, you've got blogs, use those. You maybe have your thesis, your master's paper from college, transcripts from podcasts and summits. Some people I know even go on to Zoom and just speak their story out and then use the transcript, fix it up, and make a book out of it. So I had one woman, she had a beautiful master's thesis on altars. And so she lived in my town, so I actually met her. Normally I work with people on Zoom from all over the world. And so we went in and I got her to download a template from KDP, and we dumped her master's thesis into the template, and she had an instant book. She was thrilled. She may have to go in and fix it up a little bit, and do all of those things. But there's so many ways that you may already have books. You may already, and a lot of people who are anthologies, I'm in as many anthologies as I can be, and I don't like to pay for the big ones, not the $2,000, $7,000 ones. I either trade people or go for the ones that are reasonable, and I'm in 10 anthologies. So now I could take all those chapters from my anthologies and put them into a storybook about Mila. So there's a lot of things for you to think about, and all the attributes. And my course, this course just goes from real comprehensive, the front end of Amazon and the back end of Amazon. It's called the Tour of Amazon Publishing. Oops, I can never quite remember the name. But then I have a free course on there that talks about the different book sizes, and it's just 20 minutes that goes through everything I've just said. Now, I want to give you one big, big hint. You're going to be told by so many people to do the ebook first. Don't do that. That is from people who are big people in the industry and maybe mentors. I work with Iman, I work with Robert, I work with so many wonderful people, Corey, and they have huge mailing lists, 20,000, 40,000, maybe more. And so when they do the ebook for 99 cents, even if they get like 6,000 people who opt in to buy that ebook for 99 cents, and they're making a third of that, then they are bringing in $2,000 right off the bat. That won't happen for most of us, for our email lists. And so they do it because they think that's the only time they can become a bestseller. It's wrong. Do your paperback first, because that's where you're going to get your initial money. Plus, my main reason besides money is to get it into people's hands. I want people to have my book in their hands and have it on their bookshelf. I think that's so important. And if you do the ebook first, they won't buy that book. It normally that won't happen. So you do the paperback and you wait 3 or 4 weeks, then you do the ebook, and then you do the ebook sales 99 cents, and then you do the free ebook through a company called Fussy Librarian, Fussy. And the first time I did my grandmother's book, I gave away 1,500 books. And a lot of people say, well, I don't want to give away books, but you do, because it means more people are reading them. By then your book may have stalled a little. We don't know. And it gets people reading them. I have one mentor that was traditionally published, and she went to self-publishing on Amazon because she already had a big following. And she does a series, by the way, series sell. And because she had such a good series on cozy women's murder mysteries, she makes $5,000 every time she does Fussy Librarian. That won't happen for most of us, but we will get our book back to getting read and getting discovered. And there's another secret that most people don't know. You get 1/3 a penny per page read on your ebook. I have a very wonderful colleague, and he makes $300 to $800 a month just from people reading his ebooks, because he has a series too, murder mystery. That's what sells, murder mysteries and romance. There's a big pie, and if you saw the pie, it's like murder mysteries, romance, nonfiction. So anyway, there's just a lot of that. What's the timing? Do we need to go to questions right now? Any other ideas or questions that you want to talk about?
We have time for questions, so yeah, unless you've got anything else you want to cover.
Well, that sort of covers it. My course covers it. Oh, one more thing I do want to tell you. I'm coming up with a new course. It's already finished. I'm just loading it now. It's 25 modules. It goes through all of this. It goes through categories, how to pick them, keywords. Those are really great ways to get your book discovered. It goes through the modular concept. It goes through all the little aspects of publishing on Amazon. They're just like 2 to 3 minute videos. And there's just 25 of them, and you don't have to go in order. You can just pick the one you want and go to it. Then you can listen to it again. And it's just blow by blow every little aspect you might need to publish your book on Amazon.
Great. Looks like Stephanie has a question.
Sure. Hi, Mila. I heard you say from your anthology contributions, you created a storybook about Mila. What is that storybook?
Well, in every anthology I am in, I'm in lots of them. I was just in with who are the 2 big guys that Corey just did? I wish I had my book with me. I can never quite. I'm surrounded by a book cave. I'm working on so many books for people. But anyway, what I doing is every time I'm in an anthology, I tell a new story about myself. Like one of them was, yikes, get me to college quick after I tried a factory job at age 18. And I made it very, very funny. And then I talk about another story I did was how I grew up so poor. We grew up in gangland, and I don't look like that, but we didn't have dinner sometimes. And there was no lunch. I would watch the other kids eat lunch and I had no lunch. And so I talk about how poor I was, but I tell people, I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to go out and help the kids who still don't have food. And then how I married an organic farmer and have all the food I want. And so I kind of tell my story, and I was always a giver. So it's called From Poverty to Abundance Through Giving. So I have all these different stories, and every time I'm in an anthology, I focus on making it a different part of my life. So now I can put it into a book about me.
Oh, nice.
You could do that too, is what my point is.
Yes, sounds like I can. And who's Corey? Which Corey are you referring to?
Who's Corey?
Yeah.
Corey Poirier. I've been in
Okay.
his program for a while, and he had me go over there and speak at UCLA. That was fun.
Okay.
And then I'm with Iman. Oh my God, I have my app through Iman and Robert now, and I love that. It's called Panda Published. And so I have a lot of mentors. I mentor a lot of people. I think that's so important. I think I heard that last week when we were here, that it's so important to have our own mentors that mentor us too. A mentor has a mentor, right?
Mhm. Thank you so much.
All right, Sishu.
I just have a question on whether you coach people on, like, say, if they have a book ideas, how they from book ideas to publishing a book or writing a book. And I do have clients, I come across clients who want to publish their book. So is there a way that you can leave your best contact information? So,
Yeah, here, I'll put this information in. I want to say to you, this book here is free today on Fussy Librarian, and you can all get it for free. It's Every Woman's Story of Winning the Right to Vote, with all these stories that no one's ever heard. Here's my information, and then you can go to my website, and people sign up with, almost every time I speak, someone signs up with me because they hear I know what I'm talking about. And I have helped some people get their book done in a month, 3 months. Some people I've worked with for a year because they weren't quite ready. I just finished this beautiful book about this woman's dog, and how right as it was dying, it led her to her true love after, strife and relationships. We just finished another book about Ginger the cat. They're not all animal books. And then we do this. This is a book she wrote about hate fundraising, and then she did a companion workbook. So that's another idea. And it's good to have your flag. People love when you have a book, and then they invite you to speak, and they want you to speak. And your book doesn't have to be long. That's the secret, and that's the permission I'm giving you, that you can get a book out soon.
sorry, I don't think my question's answered. So do you coach people or you don't?
Yeah, I coach people all the way through the process, all the way from writing to publishing to advertising to speaking.
Okay,
And I just helped 8 people publish their books in the last 6 weeks.
wonderful. So do you have like a LinkedIn or email or something I can send to?
See, did I put it in the chat? Here, I put it in the chat. Here, let me give you my email, because that's even better. Email's best for me because I'm on it all day because I'm a writer.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I make it easy, fun, and I'm actually affordable, too affordable according to other coaches, but I've done it for so long. It's something I'm really good at, and I love doing it. It's like a puzzle.
Dr. Ivanka.
There, I was trying to get myself unmuted. Thank you so much. I think I missed the actual name of the course and the cost of the course. And by the
Okay.
way,
Yes.
I was motivated. I was planning on finishing college, but I really was planning on it because at 18, I also went to work in a factory.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
did it for me.
That happened to me. They said, after I sat there for days and days and months, they said, and it started at $1.80, right? That was a long time ago. That dates me. But then they said, hey, if you sit here for 5 years, you might make $3 an hour. And I went, get me to college.
I was at
now.
$6. And so was everybody else that been there 20 years, it seems like.
Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah.
I did put the link to her course in the chat, but go ahead and tell her the name and
Yeah. It's
and the
a
front.
tour. It's the tour of Amazon publishing, and that's the front end and the back end. $47. It will take you through everything so you don't miss a lick. Because there's all these things you can do to get your book discovered, and they're easy. Like I said, like it, following other people and leaving reviews, that builds your algorithms on Amazon. And then getting the right keywords, that's super important. And they're not just words, they're phrases. You can do whole phrases in there. And then getting the right categories. I always say pick 2 maybe mainstream categories and 1 obscure, or vice versa. But they used to give us 10 categories, and they just went down because there's so many people doing AI books and so many coming out every day. They've cut us down to 3. So, but they will add, often you'll look on your own book and there will be categories you didn't choose. That's because they want to sell your book and they've picked a better category for you. So, well, that's okay too. Did I answer your question about the course?
Actually,
Okay, awesome.
I thought you had a new course coming out, Mila.
Yes, that one is self-publishing on Amazon A to Z, and it's going to be 25 modules, going through a lot of what I went through today, but more, and just a little deeper, because this is kind of an overview, right? And then I also have a book coming out. Oh my gosh, it's going to be so comprehensive. It's the Bible of self-publishing, and it goes A to Z, every single aspect. In fact, you know what it is? It's a bullet list. Click this, click this, click this, click this. It's what I do with people. I go
love it.
right on their Amazon account and help them click right through to publish.
Amazon for Dummies, what I need. So I love the fact that you've got this new course coming out. I was wondering what date. Do you have like a timeline for that?
I was gonna try to publish it before today. It takes a little while to get through the process, but I'll probably get it loaded this week, and then I think it takes a week or two to go through the Great Discovery process.
Got it. And one last thing, if I may. So I'm in Australia, you may have guessed by my accent, and I do have Prime in Australia. So I'm assuming that I can still do the KDP through my Prime account, regardless of the fact that I'm down under. You know?
You know, I think you can. I had a problem with one woman who couldn't get to ACX. ACX is the one that does audiobooks, but I'm sure you can. I mean, in fact, I would like to hear back from you. You have my email. I would like to hear back from you if you could. I haven't, I've been working with people all over the world, but there's a few countries that are difficult. Would you let me know if you can, if you feel like it?
All right. Thank you, Mila. I will. So I'll be
welcome.
looking at your new course. Just one, I've already said one last thing. What's the new course going to cost, please?
67.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I
like to keep things
cheap, and I think that's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I don't mean cheap. I mean, I think that's awesome value, because cheap is such a wrong word, I feel. So thank you for making it so accessible. That's one of the things I love about the Great Discovery. Anyway, I'll leave over for Stephanie. Thank you so much. This has been awesome.
Thanks,
Thank
Elsa.
you.
I think we have time for one more before we have to switch over to the next session. So go ahead, Stephanie.
Thank you. I've heard of people getting all their friends and family on one day to buy their book for 99 cents to shoot to the top of Amazon's bestseller list. Is that the correct trick to do?
Okay, I'm going to tell you all a secret. Okay, can you not tell everyone in the whole world? You don't even have to do more than 10 books and you'll become a bestseller on Amazon. But now here's the secret. You want to take a picture of it, okay? So let's see. I just did it yesterday. I wish I could show you really quick. You want to take a picture of your book in there. What happens is, let's see. Oh God, I can't. Here, is this it? No, I can't find it. What happens is you're going to see your categories right there on the bottom left of the page almost. And today my book, From Cowgirl to Congress, is number 1, 2, and 3. I gave away tons of books. It's in the free one. And so then I click in to that title and it takes you to a page and you take a screenshot of your book as number 1. And right now today I'm next to Lincoln, our new vice president, and Obama, but I'm number 1.
Wow, that's exciting. Okay, so I click I click on the title of my own book and take a screenshot. But I don't know how I got to bestseller, but I'll read your materials.
Well, you need to go down halfway to the page where it says categories, and you have 3 categories. And then when your book is number 1 or 2, or even if it's in the top 100, you want to take a picture of it there next to those other books. When my book first came out, The Cinderella Monologues, we were right up there with Viola Davis and Michelle Obama and Kelly Ra. We were number 8 and they were right there with us. So
Thank you.
that's fun. There's all these little tricks that a lot of people don't know, especially that you're going to make 1/3 a penny for every page read. That can turn out big for people with series.
All right. I think we have to switch over to our next one, but Mila, thank you so much. What great information. I think you can see lots of interest. I'm
Awesome.
sure lots of follow-up. Yep. And definitely the new course, we'll look forward to that when it comes up as well. So
Thank you.
Those are some great breakthrough concepts. Thank you very much.
That was
Oh,
awesome.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
From one
That was
author to
amazing.
another.
absolutely. All right, Sandra, let's give it back to you.